How's it going, guys? See me hear my fan in the background, so I do apologize. See, now we're back to normal running. Wonder why the hell that is. We're bounced back to the same mouse and keyboard, too. I didn't do any grinding or anything like that off screen, so been so goddamn busy with this weekend. It's just ridiculous. So we're pretty much gonna be exploring most of Fort Sungard. Take all the food, or at least take out the food that's gonna give you the most. Cheese wheels will give you like 15 health, but they're gonna weigh like 2 or 4 pounds. So just be aware of that. I'll take that too. Take those two. Imagine getting your fort taken over and the only thing they just take is your food. It's like, we don't want your people, we don't want your gear, we just want your food. It's like, what? What the hell you guys got here? Okay, so we've got children's clothes, which means I have DLC, so that's awesome. So that's at least one good thing to know. Schemer. You can actually enchant and attack enemies with the wooden sword. Well, at least I'm pretty sure you can attack them with the wooden sword. I didn't really bother with it on the Xbox 360 version, so don't quote me on that. Now, when you do Fort Sungard, there is sometimes a glitch, at least I found on the Xbox 360 version of the game, where one of the Forsworn members will actually get glitched into the ground or glitched into the building, so it will continue to activate your alarm like you've just been spotted by them, but you can't actually attack them, so they'll still be on your little map bar up there. It'll show a little red dot, but you can't do anything. So since this PC, it may not actually have that problem, but at least I know in the Xbox 360 version it does. So, oh, what the hell's my? What is it? R? Well, you just pretty much just straight up just spotted me. No way I am missing you. I was gonna say. Goodbye. I'll take your stuff too. Like I said before in the last videos, Fort Sungard, really good area, especially if you plan to play like a bow class character. Some of the best light armor in the game you can get, especially early on. Best bows you can get early on. Worth it, but extremely deadly. Oh yeah, you straight dead. You took that straight. Yeah, you dead. Garnet. That. Actually, I didn't want that. Oops, we do not need. How do you store? Take a bow. Somehow I'm out of room. And a shield. Oh my god. Put that crap out there. Don't need that. It carries 7 pounds. Ditch this thing too. Don't plan to ever use a staff anyways. They usually, unless it's changed in the special edition, they usually just patrol the outside of the area, not so much the inside. But that doesn't account for all Forsworn buildings and stuff too. So it sounds like something's glitched in the goddamn wall. Potion defender, soul gems are useless. Pickaxe. Knapsacks and stuff like that usually tend to hold some pretty good stuff, so always check those if you find them. Skyrim. What the hell is glitched into the goddamn... Something's glitched over here. I don't know what it is, but it's really annoying. It's outside. One of these areas has the other building spots. Yeah, this one. It's like the jail area. I don't know if there's anything actually useful in here. I don't know if you can lockpick these or not. Okay, there you go. You get some practice if you want to get some lockpicking in. Novice. Apprentice. Screw it. We'll get some lockpicking. What was it again? Like W? It'll help us out later on because later on, once you get into the Winterhold area, that's where you're going to start coming across more master locks. And there is a side quest area where it does require you to pick a master lock unless you have the skeleton key or lockpicking of 100. And it can be really annoying. Turd. The easiest way I know how to actually pick lockpicks in Skyrim is think of it as like a cone. So if you were to take a screenshot of this and then build like a cone to where your pick is and where your lock pick is down there, you can kind of figure out like how much space, like say this is the cone, that's how much space a novice area would have, and it would continue to go thinner and thinner and thinner to the point where you start picking master locks where there's almost no cone space whatsoever. That's probably the easiest way I can help anyone out who's struggling with lockpicking in Skyrim. Easiest way to actually put it. And master locks eventually do come easier because at that time you'll start having like 200 or 300 lockpicks, so you won't have to really worry about it too much, about really struggling and burning the lockpicks unless you pre-save, you know where exactly where that area is going to be. So stamina. Okay, not high enough for that. Let's go archery. Okay, so Fort Sunguard is done. I'm not going to explore in Markarth area because there's just no point at my level to bother doing that. Keep forgetting you have to use your keys, not your mouse, to maneuver around. What we're going to do is we're going to stick around within the Whiterun area because there's plenty of caves in there, plenty of bandits and stuff like that you can take on, so they're going to be roughly around your level. Occasionally you might run into a bandit chief, which is usually about maybe a level 10 character, so just be aware. I ain't messing with you, good buddy. I'm just teleporting down there. Dude, I could pick you off with this goddamn bow and you wouldn't even notice it. You know, get the whole Oblivion thing. It's like your brain, your skull is just completely filled with air, and they start saying those stupid quotes. I guess it was just, the sound or the air or whatever the hell they usually would say. Elk. What's up, good buddy? Excuse me there, champ. For also you Skyrim newbies, you ever go into the town, do not attack the civilians, which is, a big duh. And the other one is do not attack the chickens, because you will get a bounty on your head, and I think it's like 1,000, where's like 25 gold or 1,000 gold if you attack a chicken or something like that. So, or any farm animal, just be aware. So one thing I like about the PC version in comparison to the Xbox or the console version just in general is there's a lot more foliage. It's not, add a dash of a bush and a tree here and that's it. That's, all you get on the console version. That way. Now, you can get Sven or you can get Fendel here. Personally, I choose Fendel because he's the better archer. He's better in general in all areas. Sven, he's okay. You know, if you need a human shield. If I'm going to be personally honest. Of course, he's also an arrogant ass too, so I don't like him too much. Let's see. E to sell. How do I? Okay. I'm gonna use a mouse wheel. You know, oh shit. I just thought about that. If I'm gonna use Fendel, like I said, I don't really like using mercenaries when I'm playing stealth characters because they tend to give this shit away. But we're still early on. You want 400? Are you shitting me? Dude. Wait, did I just sell it or did I buy that back? Okay, I bought it back. Oh, I'm looking at his gold and thinking it was mine. I'm like, holy crap. Mercenaries usually tend to give your character away, especially if you're going to be playing a stealth character. So just be aware of that. And just now thinking about I should just took the rest of this goddamn gear too, so. But I think we'll use Fendel, screw it. For early on. Give me that. Hines. When it comes to gear and stuff like this, do not sell it. There is a cave that we will eventually be going to that allows you to use a free enchantment table. So I need 2 of those. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 leather. Jeez, still quite a bit. Lockpick I'm not going to worry about. Alvar here, he'll teach you how to basically smith and, you know, use the grindstone and all that crap. It will give you a little bit of experience for your smithing, I believe, if I remember correctly. Craft. Yes. Yeah? Well, congratulations, everybody. Basically just telling you how to actually do this stuff. 29 to 31. Only 2 points, so it's not much. But every extra point helps, so. Now, in order to get in Fendel, you have to talk to Sven, whatever the hell his ass is at. Actually, you can talk to him too. I think you can talk to him first. They give you some sort of letter you got to give to the merchant sister over there. If you, they give it to you if you lie, Fendel joins you, or you tell the truth and Sven joins you, something like that. I don't remember.
Did I see you talking to Sven?
Buddy.
Maybe not. Maybe. Never mind.
Hey.
Greetings, sister.
Greetings. If you're pickpocketing, he's actually good. You can actually steal the gold back you get from training with archery with him. So there's that too.
He's a bard, so he says.
Oh, you gotta think get the musicians, huh?
Finds time to do his job with Camille. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him, as if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense.
You hope. That's not very sure, buddy.
I've been thinking, maybe Camilla needs a little help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I'd match that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
Hey, we elves gotta stick together, as long as we're not high elves. You know, death to the Thalmor. You know, there's always that one person, I play a Thalmor, or a high elf. Yeah? We'll get kicked in the nuts. How about that? They were like 5 minutes left. And what was third person again? Was it? Oh, it was F. Yeah, that's basically what our character looks like. Now, Lucan Valerius over here, he has the Golden Dragon Claw quest. Now, most people do this in the beginning of the game. It gives you a little more experience, sends you kind of a story mode type of thing. It allows you to go into one of the biggest maps for beginners. It allows you to fight Draugr. You figure out your first traps, your first puzzles, and stuff like that. However, if you decide not to help him out and decide to come back and actually do his quest, you actually get more gold. And he also sells spells too, so there's that. If you're going to be a spellcaster, apparel, he doesn't really have too much, but occasionally he'll have some of the most expensive goddamn shit in the beginning of the game. I do apologize, but it's usually based around your character of how it's already built. So if you're going more stealth, he might have more stealth items, etc., etc. In this case, he seems to have more magic. Illusion magic, even with as a stealth character, I don't really bother with, because eventually characters will actually be higher than your magic, so it just makes it completely useless and only really fun in like maybe the beginning of the game. I think it's up to like level 12 or 15. Anything past that, enemies are pretty much resistant to it, so it makes it kind of useless. Bunch of conjuring crap. It gives you your spells. What the hell is this? Fishing map, Whiterun. Thank you, that's new. Raised zombies for your necromancy. Oak flesh is for your alternation, so basically your version of a body armor for the spellcasters. Lesser warriors can be like your shield. If you're still unfamiliar with that, think of like the Wraith Hand from Dark Souls 1. Fury is basically your illusion, just makes the enemies attack each other. Frostbite, destruction. And Clairvoyance is pretty much goddamn useless, because when it comes to Skyrim, you're pretty much going to be exploring most of the game as is anyways, so there's that. But it just shows you like a little pathway to where your objective is and stuff like that, so... Oops.
Trinkets,
Yeah, I know that.
sort of
And for miscellaneous, he'll have a bunch of like family, kids, stuff like that. He might have soul gems if you plan to go around the way for enchanting, but he's going to just mostly buy your... extra stuff you're not going to use. I don't know if you use amber for anything, since that's new. Wolf pelts you can break down for leather if you really need them that bad. At the moment I do not, so you can have that. Garnets and stuff like that you can use. Oh, you know what amber's probably used for rings. Just don't think about it. Save that. Save circulates, because you can enchant them later on in the game. Thalmor, crap. I think we have like a minute left, so this video is extremely short. I do apologize, but I didn't exactly pay attention to the time. But yeah, either way, stay safe, healthy, and sanitize. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave comments below. Make sure to share my videos, and hope you enjoy this Skyrim playthrough. Actually, technically it's a let's play. I'll see you guys.